Okay, hello everyone, what's going on? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I study Japanese and Chinese, the method that I use to learn languages. Here I'm going to be learning Japanese, but I'm at a very beginner level in Japanese. I just want to show you the flow or the kind of the workflow that I go through to learn Japanese. So I teach English, and I've been teaching English for years, and I'm always trying to think about the learning side of things as well. You know, like what would be the best method to learn a language. And for me, if I study in a very academic way with textbooks and grammar books, it's so boring. I just give up after 10 or 15 minutes. So what I do, my method for learning languages, I mean, I'm not the best, but I'm really committing to it more now. But what I do is I like to find interesting content. So interesting, let's say I'm learning Japanese, interesting Japanese movies, interesting Japanese TV shows on Netflix, for example, interesting YouTube videos in Japanese, songs. I mean, I'm getting into like Japanese music from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. So just finding interesting stuff where you can come in contact with the language. And I like to spend as long as possible with that content, you know, at least an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours if possible. So I'm just going to show you the kind of the flow that I use. But I also use this tool called Language Reactor. Okay, so what you do is, it's a free plugin, and it's totally free. It's got nothing to do with Netflix or YouTube. It's a third-party plugin, and you just install it to Chrome, Firefox, Edge, whichever browser you use, and it pops up automatically at the bottom of the player. Okay, and you can turn it off and on. So what I normally do if I don't use Language Reactor is I just watch Japanese movies, TV shows with English subtitles. And I try my best to connect the English with the Japanese being spoken. But now when it comes to this Language Reactor tool, which is awesome, let me just check to see if I'm still recording. Cool. So what I do is I change the subtitles to Japanese, and then you can go here to settings, okay? Now over here you see Netflix audio language. I want to hear Japanese. Netflix subtitle language, I want to read Japanese. And then I want the translation language to be English. Okay? Now you can change this to whatever first language you have. So now, do you know, if you're at a very high level in Japanese, you can actually translate to Japanese as well. Okay, so if you're hearing Japanese, you have the Japanese subtitles, but you're getting Japanese translations, which they won't give you translations, but they'll give you synonyms in Japanese. So if you come to a word like there, click on it.
人々
You should get, well, in English they do that. You get synonyms up here in English.
家路
Okay, so I don't know
急ぐ
if they... Okay, so it doesn't work for Japanese.
日
But let me just say, if you wanted to learn English, for example, you would hear the movie in English, you would see English subtitles, and if you chose English translations, you would get synonyms, English synonyms for the words, but it doesn't look like it does it
Yes.
here for Japanese. Anyway, let me just move on for this because I'm failing at the moment. But let's just keep going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this flow that I get into. So I'm going to start from here. I'm going to choose English translations. Come on. All right. Cool. Let's go. Because I'm taking way too long now. So let's go. Now over here you can jump back to previous sentences. Actually, there was nothing before this because that was the first sentence. So let me jump to the first sentence, which is over
一
here.
日が終わり
Okay, you can see there, it jumped forward. Now if I jump forward again,
俺の一メニューはあとできるも
I just keep jumping to the next sentence. So let me go back to the beginning.
メニューはこれだけ 俺の一日が
Okay, so here.
一
So let's begin.
日が終わり、人々が家路へと急ぐこ
Okay, so now I'm a beginner, yeah? So if you're a beginner too, learn along with me. So what I do first is I have a look at all the words. So ichi, okay, ichi is
1、
one. Okay, ichi nichi, so nichi. Now you got to kind of use the English subtitle below and try and figure out what's going on with the Japanese. So ichi nichi. So I'm guessing it's each day, as you can see there, when people finish their day, ichi nichi. Okay.
1、
So I'm guessing. See, there's a lot of guesswork here as well. So ichi. Okay, all I know is ichi is one. Nichi, day.
日、
Ichi nichi ga. Now ga to me is a kind of a it's always added on to the main subject, it seems to me, or at least it seems to be a connector for nouns. Yeah, it's always put on the end of nouns. Ichi nichi ga.
が、
Okay. So owari, end.
終わり、終わり、
So you can see there when you click on the
終わ
Japanese
り、
when you click on the Japanese word, you get the pronunciation. Okay, so end. Now what I do is all I'm doing here is I want to build my words. I mean, I'm not looking for perfection. All I'm looking to do is I want to build as many Japanese words in as short a time as possible. So for example, this is a new word for me, owari. So what I will do instead, I don't like memorizing Japanese words with English words. I don't want to, the memory that I create, I don't want that memory to be a Japanese English translation. I want the memory to consist of a mental visualization with the Japanese word. So when I think of the Japanese word, I want to think of the mental image that it represents, okay? So in my mind, I'm going to imagine the finish of something. Okay, and I'm going to say to myself, owari, owari, and visualize the end of something. You just got to think of your own concept. So,
終わり、
owari.
終わり、
Okay, so now I've got to kind of connect this. So ichi nichi. So I'm thinking of a day. Like one day. Ichi nichi ga ichi. And ichi is obviously one. So ichi nichi ga owari. So I'm saying these Japanese words to myself, but I'm visualizing what they mean. I'm not thinking about the English words. Yeah. Okay, ichi nichi ga owari at the end. Ito bito.
人々、
Ito. Well, I know hito is people, but now I'm finding out that hitobito is people. I'm pretty sure hito can be one person. One person. Anyway, hitobito. I'm just going to go with people, folks. You see, and now you've got this connector, it seems to be like a thrown on the end of this noun. So ga. If I'm really stuck, I will go and search for this meaning. Okay, let me just put in ga meaning. No, okay, I gotta put in Japanese. Ga is used for emphasis to distinguish a person or thing from all the others. That's what I'm getting. It's kind of this. Let's read this again. If a topic is marked with a wa, the comment is the most important part of the sentence. Yeah, okay. So if there's a wa, that is the most important noun to pay attention to in the sentence. On the other hand, if a subject is marked with ga, hold on. If a topic is marked with what, the comment. if a topic is marked with wa, the comment is the most important part of the sentence. On the other hand, if a subject is marked with ga, the subject is the most important part of the sentence. That is pretty weird, but I think I understand what's going on. If this said wa, ichinichi wa, the comment would be the rest of the sentence would be the most important thing. But if it says ga, the subject is the most important thing. Okay, again, I'm a beginner, yeah, so I don't want any advanced Japanese learners here. Like, you're not going to learn anything from me. But if you're at a beginner level, this is what I'm talking about. I just want to, basically, it's like learn with me from the very beginning of Japanese. And let's all learn together. Or learn nothing. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But let's keep going. God. Okay, see, the thing is, I don't care too much. I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to get all frustrated over ga. I'm just going to pay attention and note that it's added on to the end of nouns. And the more I study Netflix, the more I'm going to see this pattern and eventually find the sense to it. Okay, so ichinichi ga owari and
終わり
hitobito, folks, ga, okay, so where it's kind of emphasis to this noun. Ieji, homeward.
家路
Ieji, the road home. Okay, so I'm going to visualize in my mind going home, homeward bound. I'm going in the direction of home, okay? Ieji.
家路
I'm imagining people after work, Japanese salarymen, people on the subway. Everyone's tired and miserable and we can't wait to get home, yeah? Ieji, that image. Ieji he. Okay, he. He is, I suppose, direction, yeah, to. So home to. Home, to, I know is with. It gets confusing because a lot of these small words like this have no relation to English prepositions, but anyway. To, okay, is with, okay. Isogu, rush.
急ぐ
Isogu, okay, rush, hurry. So I'm going to visualize rush and people rushing and people hurrying, okay, and connect it with that Japanese word. Isogu. Okay, so when I'm saying isogu to myself,
急ぐ
isogu, when I'm saying that to myself, I'm connecting it with a mental picture of what it represents. Isogu. Koro. Okay, where? Okay, koro. So ichi. Do you know what I do as well? Sometimes as I'm reading words, I will try and actually visualize what it represents, like directly over the word that I'm reading. I don't know if you know what I mean. Hitobito, like directly here. I'll try and imagine people over this word, but that's just me. This people going home. I'll imagine that. What I'm not doing is I'm not learning the characters at the moment. Okay, the Japanese characters, because what I want to do is I want to build an audible vocabulary first. And once I've built enough audible vocabulary, I think then I'm going to try and connect it to the characters. Maybe that's a big mistake. Maybe not. I have no clue. But it's just what I like to do. I like to do things in stages. I can't really do all of it at once. So I'm just going to focus on this romanization of the character. Okay, so ichi, one, nichi, de. Ga is it's emphasizing this noun. Owari. Owari was, what was owari? I forget. Oh, the end. The end of something. Okay, the finish of the day. Itobito, people. Ga, emphasis for the noun. Ieji, people going home. Is to, okay, the direction. They're going in the direction of home. With to isogu koro, with a rush. But koro, I suppose, is going on to the next sentence. So what I like to do here now is I'm going to look away from the screen and I try and recall all of the new words that I've learned, and I try and visualize the images that I've just visualized. Okay, I'm turning away from the screen and I'm going to try and recall as many of these words as possible using the visualizations. So I'm going to get some wrong, yeah? But trust me, I'm looking away from my screen now. So, ichi nichi ga owari. Ichi nichi ga owari. Okay, owari is at the end. Ichi nichi is, one day. Ga. Ichi nichi ga owari. Hitobito ga. Hitobito is people or folk. Ga, for emphasis. Hitobito ga. Damn, I'm trying to remember the end of it. Hitobito ga ieji. I'm imagining them going home. Ieji. Is in the direction of home, to home. Ieji to. Damn, what was rush? It was something like rush. I can't remember that word. No, I can't remember. Koro. I remember at the end there was koro. I don't remember that word for rush. Damn. Okay, so I'm going to look. Okay, isogu. So I don't know. I got everything correct, more or less, except isogu. But there's 5, 6, 7 new words, and I've connected them with their concept. I call it the visualization. Okay, let's go to the next one. So that's it. It's learning a bunch of vocabulary, using my imagination as much as possible, and then recalling from memory without looking. And that's just the flow that I use, as well as using Language Reactor. So let's keep going. Yeah, I'm just going to listen to him saying that.
一日が終わり、人々が家路へと急ぐ頃、俺の一日は始まる。
Okay. 俺の一日は始まる. I'm just going to listen because I know the pronunciation of this is not really ha. I think it's wa.
一日が終わり、人々が家路へと急ぐ頃、俺の一日は
Yeah, you see there, the pronunciation is more wa. I can definitely hear that.
一日が終わり、俺の一日は始まる。
Okay, yeah. I have heard people saying that. That is something you got to pay attention to. That is not ha, it's wa. Anyway, ore.
俺、
Now, I don't know what it means, so I'm gonna search. Ore. Now. Okay, stop using watashi, boku, or ore. Okay, ore as a first person pronoun, okay, with an extremely rough image. It's only used in a casual setting between people who are very close. Okay, ore, so is I. Ore. The word ore is an informal way to say I, usually used by men with people they are close. Okay, something to remember. Ore. Ore no is, I know no is of. Okay. I suppose it's ore no. I suppose it's possessive. It's like my day. Okay. My first day? Maybe first day of the week. Maybe it's Monday. Let's see. How to say Monday in Japanese. Okay, so it's not ichinichi. Getsu. Ichiobi. Okay, let's see. Ichinichi. Okay, it just means, I suppose it just means one day. A day, one day, someday. Okay. Just one day. All right. So I suppose it's ore no, my one day. Ore no ichinichi wa. Okay, so now I'm guessing that, Oh, wait. This is connected to the one, kore.
一日が終わり
When people finish their day and hurry home,
人々が家路へと急ぐ頃俺の
my day starts. I wonder why they said where at the end.
一
Kore. Okay, honestly, I don't know why this is put here, but the more you keep going, the more you see this pattern again and again, I am speaking for me, I'll eventually understand why that's put there, hopefully.
一日が終わり人々が家路へと急ぐ頃俺の一日は
Ore no ichinichi wa hajimaru. So wa, let's just have a look here. Wa is Japanese called? No, it's not that. So many students wa and ga. Okay. Okay, wa is used as a topic marker. Okay, so the main topic is marked with wa. When a noun is marked as a topic by wa, it's something both the speaker and something the speaker and listener are familiar with. Okay. So Tanaka-san, Mr. Tanaka, they both know Mr. Tanaka, and he is the main subject. The speaker assumes that the listener knows about Tanaka and thereby knows who he is talking about. Another functional part is using it as a contrast marker. For instance, when you say okay, so for universal things we use wa. You know, things like tax, maybe. Tax, snow, air, food. Things that never change. The earth, okay. Okay, that's because if you say ga, it sounds like normally snow is in okay, so for universal things we use wa. Ga would indicate that sometimes it's not, snow isn't white, sometimes it's other colors. So for universal things that never change, we use wa. Okay, when to use ga. There is a book. Okay, so there is a book. Sometimes there's not a book, but now there is a book. You're just describing what you see with nothing particular in your mind. Okay. New information is also used when you're giving new information. Okay, there. So I'm slowly starting to see a difference between wa and ga. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go back because I don't want to bore you too much. My one day. Ore no ichinichi wa. I suppose day. Your day is universal to everyone. Yeah. Everyone, my day. Yeah, my day. I mean, everyone experiences my day when you wake up. What do you do? So, 俺の一日は始まる.
始まる
Okay, so I know, maybe you know hajimemashite is used for like nice to meet you at the start when you first meet someone. Hajimemashite. So haji means begins. Hajimaru.
始まる
Hajimaru. So the possessives are weird in Japanese. It's like my of day begins. Okay, ore of day begins. Okay, so I've learned enough. Now I'm gonna recall from memory with the visualization. Yeah. So here, I'm visualizing something beginning. Hajimaru, hajimaru, hajimaru,
始まる
hajimaru. So now, from memory, I'm not looking at the screen. Ore, okay, it's I, informal, casual. Ore no ichinichi wa, ore no ichinichi wa, ore no ichinichi wa, ichi, my day, ajimaru begins. Ore no ichinichi wa ajimaru. Okay, cool. Ore no ichinichi wa ajimaru. So let's listen.
俺の一日は始まる。メニューはこれだけ。
Menu wa korodake. Okay, so now we're seeing this pattern again and again. I suppose the menu is the main subject, so we've got this emphasizing particle thing. Okay. I suppose it's just pointing to the fact that this is the main subject. Menu. But there is a difference between ga and wa. But we'll see it. The more we go, the more this pattern will pop up. So I don't have to get it perfect now. Menu wa kore. I know kore is this. Kore dake. I don't know dake. Okay, dake is only. That's all I have on my menu. That's all I like. This is all he has. Menu wa kore. This only. So menu. This menu only has this. This menu only simply has this. Okay, so I'm visualizing menu. Okay, that's an easy one. Menu wa kore dake simply only dake. Kore dake, this only. So I'm visualizing someone looking at the menu like what? Like only this? This the only thing there is? Kore dake.
Dake.
Okay, so now from memory, not looking. This is tough. Menu wa. Okay, wa is, emphasizing the subject. Menu wa kore dake. Kore this. Dake only. Simply. Menu wa kore dake. Alright, let's keep going.
あとは勝手に注文してくれりゃ。
Wait. Let me go back. I want to hear.
メニューはこれだけ。
Menu wa kore dake. Okay.
あとは勝手に注文してくれりゃ。
Ato wa. Okay, ato I know is after. And now we have this emphasis for the subject again. Ato wa. Okay, but I make whatever the customers. But I make whatever customers request. Okay. After kate. Kate ni.
勝って
Oh, I suppose this is own convenience. Yeah, like customers request. It's not their selfishness, it's their way, it's their thing they want, their own convenience. Interesting. Kateni chuma order. Okay, so visualize. I'm visualizing a restaurant and the waiter or waitress coming over, bringing the order, purchase order. Okay, chumon.
注文
Okay, chumon. I'm in a restaurant. Chumon. どこですか? Chumon order. Okay. Kate is, I suppose it's what the person wants. Kate, their own convenience. Kate ni
に
to or in. I suppose it's what they want to order. Their convenience to order. して as far as I know is, I can't remember, to be honest. して and then the して dilemma. I have a problem in this sentence. It's actually the te form of suru. To show that you were doing it. What? Let's go back. What? Worker. Okay, I'm not gonna get too frustrated with this. I'm just gonna kind of go past it. Because it's not, I'm not gonna get frustrated on every word. To do. Shite is the te form of sure, the verb to do. Sure, not sure. Sure. The verb to do. To do. Okay, so to do. Okay, so they're what they want to order to do, I suppose. To do. Okay, I'm gonna remember that. Kureria.
Kureria.
Okay, now there are a bunch of things. I think I is like like we say in English. It's a what do you call it? Some like a pause. Ato wa kate ni chumon shite. Kureria is what?
Kureria.
Okay, give, but I make whatever the customer requests. So, but after the convenience, the order do, I give them. It's pretty tough. Okay, so
Kureria.
Kureru. Let's have a look. Someone giving something to someone, okay? So, but he gives them whatever. Okay, so I'm visualizing someone giving, yeah? Kureru.
Kureria.
Okay, I'm imagining someone giving, yeah? Kureria. Okay, kureria. Ato wa kate. It's like what they want, what their convenience is. Kate ni chumon is order. Chumon. Jumon shita. I'm guessing shita is do. You know, the order they did. It's tough. Shita kureria. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna recall this. You know, I'm not gonna get all frustrated that I don't know every detail of this. I want to. The goal is to enjoy myself as much as possible. Just keep going, keep learning, keep building words for now. Just keep building words. Okay, so I'm gonna recall these words. So no more looking at the screen. I'm gonna look quickly. Atawa katenu ni chumon shita kureria. Okay, from memory. Atawa, so after. That's the main subject. Atawa. Damn, I forgot that word. Atawa kate ni chumon. Kate, the person's convenience. What they want. Kate ni chumon, the order. Kate ni chumon. What was after that? Shite. I think it's to do the order. And then there was kureria. It means give. Kureria. But you know, when I'm recalling, if I have to explain this to you, I'm going to use English. But when I recall these words, I normally just try and visualize the concept and say the Japanese. I don't try and use English here at all, because there's too much going on. Kureria. Ato wa kate ni chumon shita kureria. Kureria? Ah, okay. Cool, I've got some new words. So let's keep going. Let's hear that.
あとは勝手に注文してくれりゃできるもんなら作るよってのが俺の営業方針さ。
Okay, there's a lot. Okay, let's do, this one's going to be the last one. So, dekiru. Dekiru, let me get a drink of water. Dekiru, can, or be able.
できる
Dekiru. Dekiromon. What is
も
that? Gate. As long. Be able. Mon. Dekiromon. Dekiro. As long as. Let's go look for that. Gate. Meaning, because indicates reason, excuse, dissatisfaction. This is used to express a reason to justify. What was that? This one. In spoken Japanese, mon is used instead of mono. Let's look at one more. Oh, okay. Thing or object. Natural thing. Frequently done thing. Frequently done thing. Dekiru is
できる
can be able. Frequently done. Okay. So maybe frequently done thing that he can do. You know, as long as he, I suppose as long as he has the ingredients, as long as he does it every day, he's able to do it every day. Dekirumon.
も
I'm going to go with that meaning for now, because we'll see it again in the future. So dekirumon, let me just thing object, be able to do this thing. Maybe it's this thing here, giving a reason, used in giving a reason. Okay. Dekiru mo nara.
Nara.
Okay. If is seems God said. Okay. I suppose nara. It would be closer to if, like as long as you could say, like, if I have the ingredients for it. That's my policy. As long as if. I'm guessing nara is if. Tsukuru. Tsukuru, make. Okay, I think I knew that before. Well, I've seen it before. Tsukuru, make, prepare these meals. Now, tsukuru yo. Okay. So we'll make. Tsukuru yo. Okay, let's have a look. I don't know if it's... See, this is talking about the end of a sentence, but... Well, indicates certainty, emphasis, contempt, request. Okay, so it's used for some kind of emphasis. It's kind of a filler word, alright? So let's just keep that in mind. So it's more of a filler word. Tsukuru yo te. I remember seeing that this had something to do with, a reference to something that was said before. So I'm guessing when they use this, it's referring to what the person ordered. Te. I told you that I was going to... It's used to define the topics instead of the subject marker. Yeah, this is what I'm getting at. Direct and indirect speech. Sure, it has something to do with something that a person said before. Yeah. It's the casual form of something when it's used to mark a quote, thought, or name. It's a quoting particle, exactly. Sometimes used as the casual counterpart. Okay, so let's just remember that. It's like you use it when you're referring back to what someone said. So back to what the customer ordered. So, dekiru mo nara tsukuru yo te no of ga. I suppose this is this particle thing that is referring to this as the subject, maybe? Dekiru, be able to do if you can make it, I suppose. So that's the concept this ga is emphasizing. Ore no. Ore was I of... Okay, so this is the possessive. Ore or egyo. Egyo. Sales, business. So I'm guessing that is his business policy.
方針
Okay, business policy. Okay,営業方針. Okay, business policy. Okay, so visualize business policy. So I'm imagining some guy, some chef in a restaurant explaining the rules, his policy to his customers. And okay, I'm going to connect that visualization with 営業方針.
営業
営業方針. Business. Okay, business is 営業. Egyo hoshin. Hoshin policy.
方針
Hoshin policy. Egyo hoshin. Egyo hoshin. Okay. Dekiru.
できる
Be able to. Dekiromon. Okay, let me try and get these again. Be able to. Mon was.
もん
Damn, I've totally forgot what that was. Dekiromon. What was mon again? Oh, something like reason. Was it a reason for? Anyway, okay. I'm gonna leave that for the future. Dekiru can be able. Dekiromon nara if. Okay. The concept of if or as long as maybe. Okay, so maybe as long as I could just remember these three words here. Dekiru monara. Dekiru monara. Dekiru monara. Dekiru monara. Like as long as something. As long as he can prepare it. Tsukuru.
作る
Dekiru monara. Dekiru monara tsukuru te. Oh no. Tsukuru yote. Tsukuru yote. Yo. I remember that's kind of like a filler article. Tsukuru yote. Te refers to what was ordered before. Tsukuru yote. No ga of I don't know what this particle is emphasizing, but I'm guessing it's this whole concept. Tsukuru no ga ore I. Oh, it's my business policy. Sa?
さ
Oh, is. Okay. Ore no egyo hoshin. Okay. Dekiru monara. Dekiru mon. So what I'm kind of memorizing the full sentence, but I'm trying to visualize what it means as well. Dekiru monara tsukuru yote no ga ore no egyo hoshin sa. Okay. I'm going to go for it. From memory, not looking at the screen. I'm going to try and recall the situation and recall all of the Japanese words. All right. Dikiru. What was it? Dikiru mon nara. Dikiru is being able to. Dikiru mon. I don't know what mon is. Dikiru mon nara if. So as long as. Dikiru mon. Dikiru monara tsukuru to prepare, to build, to prepare the dish. Tsukuru yote no ga what were the ones at the end? Okay, I just remember Egyo hoshin. Ore no egyo hoshin sa. Ore no egyo hoshin. Ore is I, casual. Ore no business egyo hoshin policy sa. I don't know what sa is. So I'm going to look back now, and yeah, I got most of them. I got all of them. Dikiru monara tsukuru yote no ga ore no egyo hoshin sa. So that's pretty cool. You know, it took 45 minutes or 50 minutes or however long, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's just say 10.
あとは
15, 16,
メニュー
20,
俺の一日
25,
一日
let's say 30. Let's just say around number 30. So in 45, 50 minutes, I got about 30 words, 30 new words. And that's all I do, just for hours and hours and hours. And just, I think the biggest thing is just spending time with the language and enjoying it. Watching something that is enjoyable. Building words. Visualizing. You know, I see a big problem with memorizing in a very unnatural way, like trying to memorize the Japanese word with an English word, but it's a poor quality memory to me. You'll forget it quickly. But if you memorize the Japanese word with like a strong, vivid mental image, even like more an emotional one maybe, I definitely remember those more. So, do you know, and then after doing all this, I would even possibly try and recall as many of these 30 words as possible. Yeah, that would be pretty tough. But I'm not going to do it now because I kind of want to finish the video. But yeah, and you know, it's the whole input-output thing as well. Input would be reading and listening. You know, the language is going in. Output would be building the language, creating the language. You know, it would be speaking or writing. So when I learn some vocabulary, I learn those new words, and then I try and recall them from memory. That is the output. You know, there's the input and then the output. You know, I'm trying to get the words to come out of my mind when I recall them. So that's a problem that I see with students, with English students, who they only ever do input. You know, they only ever watch movies or read books, or, you know, everything's just going in, but they never use these new words immediately. That's why I always like to, after learning one sentence, I like to look away from the screen and try and recall everything. It's kind of what we did at school. I remember doing that at school, you know, studying geography or whatever. Like, I would study a page and then try and memorize it in some way, you know, try and recall all that information. Do you know, it's rehearsing, basically. But anyway, that's it. I'm going to do more of these in the future because it kind of keeps me locked into studying Japanese. I'm going to do it with Chinese as well. I have there's a show on YouTube. It's kind of a ridiculous show, but it's fun. It's not that bad, but it's based in Taipei, Taiwan. And it's got a lot of good daily life language in Chinese. Well, like Taiwanese Chinese. So I'm going to do that in the future, and it's going to keep me locked into learning Chinese and Japanese. And if you want to jump in, join in, learn with me, you know, yay, it's going to be great. So that's it. Thanks very much. I'm going to go. Ciao.